Okay, finally, finally, I had to go to a different platform just to go live. I was on Google and I had to go to Firefox just to get this through. So, um, and so I had to make it vague, right? Because the reason, the reason I said that is because, or the description is because, and I'm speaking fast because I'm angry, right? In a way, I'm angry. Not physically. I've never been physical with anybody. Um, Tomorrow is going to be a great day. Hopefully, I don't. I shouldn't even say hopefully. I should say tomorrow. I live in Illinois, so Dalton Township. I don't live there, right? But I follow. You know, I've been following that that area for for quite some time through different platforms, um, and and Tiffany Henyard is crazy. Basically, she's like a dictator, and the reason I say that is because when she I remember when all these meetings. She's like the first black young black woman in power. In power. She keeps saying in power. Like, really? Like that's dictatorship thinking. Like who thinks that way? Like I mean, I was a president in college, but I never said I'm in power. I learned from other people. That's it. You just listen. And the great thing about what I did was I was trying to get people to come together. That's it. I didn't say, "Oh, I'm in power, so you have to listen to me." And she does all these crazy things, like rap and everything. And I know people have been talking about it for a while, and because I've been watching different channels like Hungry Hannibal, Nate the lawyer, um, and I don't know if he's a lawyer or not, but all these different channels that one of them I can't remember which one it was, but there's one of them that he actually goes there to all the meetings, and there's females that go to all these meetings, and when you go to a meeting, especially when you are an owner and you pay taxes, right? An owner of a house pays taxes, or even doesn't matter. If you work, you pay taxes to the government, right? And so expect things to get done by your local system or your local government. And that's the way it should be. And but sometimes sometimes people, when either they go into it for the people, so to speak, or for uh the city or the town, or they might go into it for their own self. Well, black people or African American people, they they look out for, like they already know what's going on. Just like if I own my own business, which I don't, but if someone owns this, they know their own business. They know the income and the outcome. They know what they buy, what's coming in, and they know what if they like it or not like it, they love it or don't like it. Customers love it or like it, and you can uh you can understand it's a business, right? In a way, I'm just trying to describe the business platform of money and how it transacts with you know and I don't have any kids of my own. When I see a good kid, um because uh, a good kid, they I I I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I guess it's my fault. But all I'm doing is speaking, right? And so if it's a technical problem, then it's my fault. But I keep getting like blocked. It's not blocked, but I have to restart over and over again. So either I have to pay for it, which I won't. So I only have like what 2 3 minutes, I guess. So okay, I'll just do it in 2 3 minutes, real quick. Um, Tiffany Henyard is going to get unelected, v- voted out of her mayor office tomorrow, and I'm so happy about that because all the like I live in Illinois, right? And so um to hear all the people in the pain that they've been through, taxpayers and hardworking people, and how she talks over uh her own trustees, so to speak, and she is so disrespectful to people. And tomorrow, to me, I can't wait to see it because I can't wait to at least get some relief, even though I don't live there. I don't live in Dalton. I don't live in Thornton Township, but I can't wait to hear some relief from her being outed. And the problem is she will not stop. I am very sure she's not going to stop. She's rapping now on her own channels or Facebook. I think she created a YouTube channel, which I don't care about. I mean, it's disgusting. It really is. Um, so yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad. I wish I was there to see the whole thing, but hopefully someone out there can put it live, and or I don't watch the news, but hopefully someone out there, the news, somebody I might watch the news, can put it live so I could see it. Because voting, voting, I haven't voted for a long time, but there's you can do it before that, early day voting, right? Just like I did my taxes, I did it early. So I had to wait, you know, probably 2 or 3 weeks to get uh my refund, or however long it takes. But it's cool though because um people who actually show up, or vote, it's because they're angry, and just because Tiffany Henyard has angered so many people, because she talks down to people, and you don't human beings should not even talk to each other that way, period, and she does it because she's like in power, right? So, but if you're in Dalton, or um, um, anywhere around there, vote, because it's time to get that kind of person out. I don't care if it's a female, black, white, Mexican. I'm Mexican American. I don't care. Asian. If you talk to down to people like that, get out. Get out. You need to be respectful, to each other. And that's it. It's that simple. Kids want that, right? Or if you have kids, you want to teach them at least something like that, right? Be respectful, even though kids kind of hurt each other's in some way, at points, because yeah, I've been through that. Um, you know, but at some point you have to say no more. I'm not gonna stand for that anymore. Just like I did when I was a kid, when my so-called uh, father used to spank the hell out of me, and at some point I fought back, and he gave up, and he gave up. All he saw I was gonna fight him. I put my fist up, like, at some point. That's why I know at some point you have to say enough is enough. So, and I can't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be an epic day for Dalton Township and the people, the children that live there. And she's out, man. She's going to be out. People are like, it doesn't, like, the crazy thing about voting is, like, you people pick one thing over the or one person over the other, and say, "No, this is my guy," or "This is my woman." And you never know. You never know if they're gonna be real at the end of what they say, because then they get all this money, 100,000, 300, $200,000, and they're like, "Oh, it's party time." No, it's not. You're still in charge, or in control. Not in control. You're still trying to do the best you can for the people that elected you. That's it. It's that simple. But people, Tiffany Enyard, and it's not just her, other mayors and other politicians have gone through this, and they corrupt the system by stealing money from taxpayers. It's wrong. right? Um, and I can talk about this for a long time, but I won't because it's gonna upset me. But just, the thing is, just make sure that you understand that if you vote, try to do a background check on that person. You can go to the city hall and request a FOIA request, which is information ask request, and they're they work for the public, so they have to provide all that information, or they already have that all that information in there, you know. And once you do that, then it's okay. But a lot of people don't do that. Most people don't do that because they say, "Oh, well, I like the way he speaks," or "I like the way she speaks, and she's beautiful," or "He's a good-looking guy." No, that's not. Trust me, that is the worst thing you can do. I can shave all this off, right? I have This is my full beard right now, right? I can shave all this off, and trust me, I look like a good-looking guy. I've been told that many times, but I'm not gonna vote for office or anything, right? But what I want is just my natural human body to grow the way it is, the way it was born to be. So if I grow more hair, I don't care. This is me, bro. Girl, women, you can look. I'll show you. I'm 51 years old. I don't care. You know, we all have to die at some point. I don't know when my death is going to come, but that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is um, you know, use use your common sense. That's all. That's all I'm trying. That's the main thing. I'm trying to tell you, use your common sense. Sometimes I don't have it, right? Because I've made mistakes in my life, but I still understand common sense, meaning like children know what's right and what's wrong. Even adults know it, but they make mistakes. Parents make mistakes with their own kids, and then kids grow up, I don't know, foster homes, they get abused and everything, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Molested. It's um, so it's good to, for me, I'm thinking out loud here. It's good for me to remember that because I know it happens all right now. It's happening for sure. I'm not even there, but people die every day. Sexual abuse happens every day. This channel is going to get taken down for me talking about this, but it just you know use your common sense. That's all I can tell you because that's what I'm. That's what I'm trying to do, my own self. I'm trying to use my common sense, and, your common sense means it's like, is it right or is it wrong? Simple as that. If it's wrong, don't do it. If it's right, okay, try it or do it. Love or hate? Like, do you wanna love or try to love, or do you wanna hate? I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for people. If you listen to my channel, this is the way I speak because I understand it. I've been through it. I'm not just some 16-year-old, trying to go to a prom. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm sorry for the cuss word, but I've been through a lot of things. Okay. And I'm not alone. I know that. I'm not alone. I know that anybody who listens to me, you've been through things that I don't know, right? And it's fine. If you want to talk about it, it's okay. I understand. I have a degree in psychology and I used to listen. I was a counselor. I used to listen to a lot of things that you can just go use your imagination. Everything. I used to listen to everything, every subject, and it was painful. At some point, it was painful to listen because I'm a human being in it. I was trying not to get emotional, but when I got home, I did, right? Murdering, abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, uh, verbal abuse, control, like verbal abuse is about control. It's about who's winning, right? So kids can't win, but they fight for their lives by fighting back with their words. But they're kids. They can't if they if they love their mother or their father. I've seen mother or heard of mothers abuse their kids verbally, and fathers, mostly fathers, and it's awful. It's disgusting. So yeah. So, I'm intrigued by that's why, I've been through a lot of things. I'm trying not to cuss because I do that sometimes. Um, I'm thinking about the voting thing that's gonna happen tomorrow with Tiffany Henry. I'm sorry to bring it back because I know that's um it's a subject that's important to me because she is terrifying to me. She is terrifying. Like, the way she speaks and talks over people and says, "You're out of order. You're out of order." And that's why so many people, like, I think what's his name? Jetta Jedediah Brown? He goes in there and he cussed the I mean, I think it was his fault, but I don't he goes in there and he cussed the I mean, I think it was his fault, but I don't know. There was a brawl on in Thornton Township. I'm not gonna post a link, but um it was crazy, man. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. See, when you're a leader, Like if you ever become a leader, is know you basically understand what's going on. It's like common sense tells you when you're in like government, then you understand the system of the government system of the voting process and what you're going into. So you understand how to run a meeting, but you also have to understand how to listen to people because at the end of the day, we are all human beings. You can't, you know, I don't want to fight anyone. Nobody wants to fight anyone. We just want to speak out what's going on. If I feel wrong about something, I'll speak out about it. So that's pretty much it. Um, oh gosh, I can't say enough about this, and I'm so relieved to to speak out about this because it's important. So, um, it's good that if whoever joins have has joined my channel, thank you, because I speak a lot of truth. Or if I'm not true about something, put a comment in the chat room, or at least we can speak because I've traveled all over the USA or whatever you want to call this place that we live in, United States of America, which I don't agree with that with what they call it because because I've traveled in so many different states that it's really divided in different states. So they really should call it the divided states. And I've spoken out about this, but it's okay. I'm not a activist. I could be, but I choose not to be. Uh um I can describe different states that I've been to. Like let's see, I'll describe North Carolina, for example. And they have a different accent, right? Like, hello. No, it's not hello, it's not England. Well, I was wondering if what your name is, right? Or Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee before, right? I've been to what is it called? Mississippi, right? South Carolina, right? And then there's people that, you know, if I ever go to like whatever they want to call it, New Mexico State or Texas. I know they speak Spanglish. Like I speak Spanish. Like yo puedo hablar español muy bien. Yo me llamo Ricardo Montalvo y de dónde eres. And I can go like that and I can tell where people are from right away, right? I'm like, wait a minute, you're from Venezuela. The accent is like Colombia, like they like Puerto Rican in a way. And I always think, well, you're Puerto Rican. No, they're not. They're from Venezuela. And they kind of like they speak so fast I can't keep up with it. So it's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. And then when and it's kind of cool to learn about for me, it's kind of cool to learn about different ethnicities, different cultures. and different languages because then I make friends that way. And that's the way it should be. And I don't know what they've been through, right? I don't actually go to that point, or we don't get to that point saying, well, hey, what have you been through? No, it's just about communication and about getting to know each other. And I wasn't even trying to get to know them. It just happened because I was like, wait a minute, I think I know where you're from. And then they stop what they're doing and they're like, okay, where am I from? I'm like, you're Puerto Rican. They're like, nope, Venezuela. And I was like, damn, I really thought, and I was wrong, right? They're like from Venezuela. Then and I was like, cool, man. I've met so many different cultures and it's cool. I've met Africans. Like, I'm not talking about African Americans. I'm talking about people from Africa, real people from Africa. Not like I've talked to African Americans. It's cool. But African Americans that have an accent, like I remember like shit. What job was that I had? It was I was in printing, and he was from Somalia, and it was somewhere around, I don't know, South Africa, somewhere around there. And he spoke like French. And I was like, damn. And he taught me how the French took over his own area or that country. That's why he learned French. And he knows his own language, which I don't know, but it was really cool. It was really cool to because I know a little bit of French. I only know numbers because I did take French in high school, and I know like do trois, quatre, and I don't even know quinze, six, sept, Suisse. Uh, I don't know what nine is. And it's like that's all I know. But it was kind of cool because I asked him like, "Hey, do you know the numbers?" And he's like, "He taught me. He re-taught me how to say it." And I was like, "Damn, that's you know, that's the culture or the countries that happen in different countries." Like he was like, I'm talking about he was black. I mean, like almost this color. Like he was black, but he spoke very well. And he spoke French. He spoke like I think he told me he spoke 4 languages. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. But to him, that's natural, man. So I can speak 2 languages, English and Spanish. I can speak a little bit of French. That's it. But it's really cool to hear that people can speak like 4, 5 different, ha- you know, 4 different languages. That's to me, that's amazing, and that's great. That is beautiful. That means they can teach other people about their own experience in their own language. If they are leaders, they can do it. And that's like to me, that's awesome. To me, that's great. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love it. I love to meet people like that, and I'm sure if I walk, if I walk and walk and walk, I will meet more people that are like that in some way. And I live in here in what's called the United States. I live here in America, but I'm very sure that I will meet people. If you have an open mind like I do, I have an open mind. If I meet people and I as you can hear, I can speak uh at least nicely. If they don't want to talk to me, walk away. It's okay. They want to be left alone. It's all right. I've been through that. Um, but I'm very sure I can meet other people just like that, just like that kind of people, just by walking up to somebody. And it won't be a kid; it would be an adult. I can go into a school, right? I can go into a school and ask the same question: "Where are you all from?" And then if the teacher lets me, because the teacher is in control of the students. So if I come in, I have to register to go in and at least speak out in public. And what's my subject? It'll be this. And and that's it. It's that simple. And when I speak out about these kind of things, it's hard not to listen because I've listened. I've listened. It's not my first time. People have taught me this that have gone through the same thing. It's not it's not like I'm the first one, right? I've listened. Here's that's the great word. Listen and have an open mind and listen. If you do that, it might change your life. It might change your path like it did mine. And it changed, your path in life does change at some point, whether it's somebody's loss of your loved one's loss of life, or or you know uh, the realization that you were wrong about something like religion, and that's a hard subject for a lot of people, but that's one of them for me. I was born Catholic, right? And then when I went to college, I learned that there was Christianity, there was Muslims, Buddhists, the Buddhist, and 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 that those are basically the main ones. When I learned about that, and I learned it, I didn't just hear it. I looked into it. Then I was like, "Damn, I was taught wrong," or maybe they're right, and I got confused. Basically, it confused me like crazy. So, um, that was one of the first changes I made in my life. Is okay. I'll talk about religion for a little bit, only in my own aspect. If you don't, I'm not gonna read scriptures or anything like that. It's like if you okay, religion to me is like this. If you have love in your heart, in your mind and you're reading a book, give love back from your heart from that book because maybe that's what you were taught. Maybe that's what you read. But you know what? You're a human being. And human beings that are good people give love back, whether it's a hug or food or money. To me, that's what a good religion is about. Now, if you start going to war over which one is right, which one is wrong, it's over for me. Then I'm out. And that's wrong. That is it's like I was telling someone, this woman, she's married, right? And she she um she went on a mission or a goal to fast because she wants to lose weight. And I was like, okay, I'll tell you a story about this because I was like, are you feeling delirious? I was trying to ask her health questions and I said, okay, because she felt tired sometimes. And sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Just a bit of water. And I told her if a country goes to war with another country, or let's say it could be a country against another country, it could be a group of people goes against war, like they're gonna fight, they're gonna bring their knives out, their guns to another group of people. Uh, and I brought up the word freedom, right? So that's a good way to go to war because you want your freedom, you don't want to be enslaved, right? So when they go to war and people get killed and they're like fighting and people are getting killed and the group of people that win that war won their freedom. But what happens if that group of people that won their freedom lost more lives, deaths than the other side? Did they really win? It's a good question. And I told her that. I was like, "Are you gonna risk your health for your mission of losing weight? Are you gonna go to the hospital?" It's kind of like I put it in a scenario like that because, um, wars happen. Wars happen, uh, I was like, wars happen and people die through those wars, and death happens, right? So, how do you count the number of deaths on one side or the other? Like, we as like human beings don't know. If you watch the news, that's what they tell you. Like the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War, millions of Americans died, and we lost that war, right? And I wasn't even born at that time, but I studied that, and it was like guerrilla warfare. But America or who was it? Nixon, I think, or somebody like that, or whoever it was, kept sending 18, 19-year-old boys, 20-year-old boys to fight and get trained. They get you get trained like in like what 3 6 months, and millions of these boys, American boys or men, whatever you want to call them, they died. And we don't know what the count of the Vietnamese is, but we know what the count of their population is now. It's less than what we had, right? So, I mean, that's why I always question the government system. I question voting because I if I'm going to vote, I want to do the most research I can on that person or people before I do it. So, like Tiffany Henyard, people have talked about. I'm not going to mention names because I can't remember. Or yeah, it was that woman that got raped by by one of the trustees, and she still she said she still loves her because uh she was like a mentor to her, and and she filed a lawsuit. I don't know what's going on with that, and so it's crazy, man. Like when you're like when and she said I made over $130,000 a year, and she said I never thought I would make that much money, which I never have, right? But she was amazed by that, and then she was raped by this guy. I think his last name is Holmes or something like that. Look it up. I can't remember because I don't remember all their names, so I'm not following it that hard. I was for a while, but uh, you know, rape. First of all, rape is horrible, right? Any, any, especially she said she was drugged, so that is like, I mean, human trafficking does exist, whether you believe it or not. Human trafficking does exist, and she was drugged. Oh well, allegedly, according to her, and um, but I believe her. I could tell when somebody is telling the truth or not. Like you can act nice and all that and everything. That rape, murder, all that. Then you can't lie to me. I've been through it. It's not because I'm like my ego is up there. I have a degree in psychology. I was a counselor. I treated families and children. I've heard everything that you can think of. Think of the most horrible things you can think of. I went to DCFS to uh, meet a kid. He's not, to me, he's not a kid, but to me, he was a murderer. And I was gonna go talk to him as a counselor, but he wouldn't meet me. So that's the psychopathic thing that happens with a murderer's mind. They don't want help. They're gonna keep doing, going, and going. They've seen it, they've done it, and they won't stop. So, okay, uh, talked for a long time. Um, Thank you for watching. Anybody who came in, I saw some hearts come up. Some watching. Anybody who came in, I saw some hearts come up. Some funny, happy things that came up. Um, Thank you for watching. I'll see if I can. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, and see what happens with Tiffany Henyard, um, because I can't wait for her to be out. I can't wait to see it, to hear about it. I mean, I live in Illinois. I could go there right now if I wanted to, but I don't care. I mean, I'm not going to travel there because I don't know if there's going to be violence or chaos or anything. I just want to hear that she's out. And trust me, people are going to go crazy in a sense that they're going to be crazy happy like me. And I don't even live there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Whoever watched, thank you. I saw about one, two, three, four people come in. Um, Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, let's see what time is it. It's probably in the afternoon, and see. I just want. I don't know exactly what time it's gonna happen. But thank you for the hearts, whoever's sending me the hearts. Uh, Love you. Um, and I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look for the thing for me is I'm gonna look for live streams that that are going to post this election. And I know a lot of people already elected early, so they're voting for their own person, whoever. But I'll be, I think. Wait, what? Let me look at the time. Okay, I've been on for about an hour, over an hour. Um, I mean, I can keep talking, but eventually I'm going to get tired of my own voice, right? So, uh, but yeah. Well, thank you for joining. I mean, I'll be on tomorrow in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go live. And if you don't watch it, if you're at work, whatever you're doing, I will talk about it, and I will bring my own opinion about it. You already know what my opinion is. I want Tiffany Enyard to get out, because she's basically been a dictator. If you listen to the way she speaks, that's the way she speaks. Like, she talks down on you. Like, if she talked down on me, I want to fight, right? And that's the chaos, that when someone talks down on someone else, that's the chaos that can cause. because we are all human. We have emotions. We have feelings. If someone hurts you and you're strong enough to defend yourself, see, I'm raising my voice and I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm just thinking about it. You will, I'm strong enough to raise my voice a little bit because I know how to fight a little bit, even though I don't want to, but I will defend myself if I have to, even if it costs my own life. Crazy, man. It drives me nuts to hear people like her talk talk like the way she does. And the thing about when you become elected, you shouldn't be able to speak like I'm finna, I'm finna, I'm I'm gonna axe a few things. I'm gonna axe and I'm gonna finna do this. No, you should be articulate to people. I've heard finna. No, I'm going to. I'm going to do this. Don't ask things. Ask. Ask. I don't. I'm sorry. I can't understand that vernacular. And it's crazy for me to think that a mayor can speak to that, to speak like that. Because, I mean, there's other people uh, that are on the board that speak like intelligent. They're not white, they're black, but they speak in they are articulate and they go through the process, and that's the way it should be. I'm not finna gonna I don't talk to people like that. I'm finna do this. You might as well be a rapper or something. I mean, if you're gonna be a rapper, do it. And that's what she tried to do. I'm I'm axing. I'm axing. Really? Disgusting. Honestly, I have a degree and I don't you don't even need a degree. Just listening to it is disgusting. I'm axing. Yeah, I'm just axing. No, it's asking. Asking. Like I have to treat her like a child if I was talking to her. Oh man. You know, what's that um what's that I remember like uh fucking some stupid thing that I forget about it. I heard that bionics or something like that. Like no, I've heard listen to me. When I was in college, I learned about people who came in that lived in the ghetto. Like I'm talking about true ghetto, okay? And they talk like that. They said, "I'm finna do this. I'm gonna ask you this," and I'm trying to speak like them. You know what I'm saying, yo. I know I've been there before, yo. Yeah, brother. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I know what you saying, bro. And I know how to talk like that because I've heard it. I didn't just hear it. I heard it from real people. And it's like, wow. But when you're in office, you get the position of a leadership of being in mayor, you can't be like, I'm gonna ask you something. You can't be talking like this. Yeah, yeah. Trustee Clerky, shut up. You better calm down. No, no. I'm talking no, no. Turn the mic off. They She turns the mic off and she talks like a ghetto person. And you know what her background is? She's used to steal cars with people, but there's no background check. When you become a leader in whatever she calls in power, right? You're not in power, you're just a leader. Now, a young black woman in power. You black, we black, you black, I'm black. Why are you fighting a black woman in power? And that's the way she talks. Disgusting, man. Sick of it, man. You don't talk to people like that. Like, you don't have. See, here's the thing. Okay, black is cool, right? White is cool. I look the way I am. I'm half Mexican, half American, right? I have light skin. Who cares? I don't care about that. I Some people have told me that I look like an Israeli or Iraqi or someone from South America. I mean, I look like so many different people, but I don't care. The thing is, what I care is about being honest and 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 being kind to people. Like, I don't know what they've been through. I've heard it. I've heard a lot of different things. Try not to cuss, okay? And but she is absolutely like she lost her mind. With all that money, that's it. See, here's the thing. Here's the other thing I want to say. Uh when somebody gains like a certain amount of money, they change. They change like, "Oh, I'm rich now. Now I'm over. I'm above you. Now you have to listen to me." Disgusting, man. I've seen it. I've heard it. And sometimes people are subtle, like the way they speak, like, well, and it could be a female. They're like, oh, well, I make $100,000 and I'd like you to do this or that. And you're like, I'm thinking, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm like thinking, what are you talking about? So, like, when they talk about their pay grade and what they make, it's almost like they already know they're above you in their way, in their mind. And it's a control factor. And that's pretty much how the system works nowadays. Like when you have a certain amount of control, uh, you keep going, you keep rolling that tire, that wheel into it. So anyway, I'm out. Uh, yeah, I can't keep talking forever. So tomorrow afternoon, I hopefully I'll be able to. No, I will go live after I listen to it might be in the evening actually, because um I want to wait to see the results of Tiffany Henyard's downfall. Because you have to call it a downfall because that's the way she pictures it. She's in power, right? That's the way. I'm using her words. She's in power. Take her down. That's all I want. Anyway, I'm getting tired. So, man, an hour and 13 minutes. Thank you for watching. Whoever watched and listened to me. I'll listen to me. Take care of yourselves and each other. That's all I have to say because that's all I'm trying to do for myself. So, bye.